Hi everyone, and back to my channel. Today we are doing a what I eat in a day video. I am using the meals that I made in my meal prep video on Sunday and showing you how I put them together for what I eat throughout the week. So this will be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of how I ate my meals, and I hope you enjoy. For breakfast, the last couple of days, I've had a protein shake. It usually varies on the time. I usually have my protein shake anywhere between 10 and 10:30. I usually typically do it at 10:30 after my morning meeting. I'm not usually hungry till then anyway, so it works out well. So it's a cookies and cream and a coffee protein shake, and I make it with almond milk, and it lasts me pretty long. Usually I don't start getting hungry until about 2 o'clock or so. So it's a good meal for me in the morning. I can drink it on the go while I'm at work, and I don't have to miss breakfast, and I don't have to eat early in the morning when I'm not hungry. I typically get up and exercise first, so I'm drinking 28 ounces of water when I go for a walk, and then I drink 28 ounces of water while I'm doing my workout video. And then I do 28 ounces of water while I'm getting ready for work. So by the time I get to work, I've had a lot of water and I'm not really that hungry. So I get to work about 8, and then I'm not hungry until usually after my meeting around 10:30. So I have my protein shake then. My next meal of the day is a snack. Usually it is some kind of protein and a piece of fruit. This week it's been 2 hard-boiled eggs and an apple or an orange. I've had apples Sunday and Tuesday, and I had an orange on Monday. I did just pick up some pineapple today at the store because I ran out of oranges. My grandson decided he wanted to use them as baseballs when he was in the house. So I got some pineapple instead. So I'll be having pineapple and apples for the rest of the week. And it's easier for me to do a snack at 2 other than a lunch. I'm still typically running around a lot of people coming into my office. A lot of the time I have to go onto the floor and help staff. So something that I can sit down and eat quickly, or that if I have to run to the floor for, 5-10 minutes, it's not like my food gets cold. I cover it with the cover. I brought my snack in, and, it stays okay. So, hard-boiled eggs, apple, and an orange, and now pineapple for the week is what I'll be having for a snack each day, typically about 2 o'clock or so. My next meal is a late lunch or dinner. I don't typically eat it until 4, but it's still my lunch because I do have another meal later in the evening. So I always bring it with me to work just in case. I try to leave work at 4. Lately, it has not been working very well, so I bring it with me just in case. If I do go home at 4, when I get home, I just take it out of my lunch bag, warm it up, and I eat it then. But more often than not, I'm not leaving work until 6 o'clock, sometimes later. So I've been taking the chicken, rice, the organic greens 5 from Costco, and some of the feta sauce, and throwing it all together in a pan, getting it all mixed together, putting it in my container for lunch the next day. And then when I go to work, I warm it up. Usually if I'm at work at 4 o'clock still, I don't have any management left except for myself, and most of my extra staff, well, I don't want to say extra staff, but not my staff, is no longer there. So it's just me and my staff. So it's less people, a lot quieter. And I am able to go and actually heat up a meal and go to my desk and sit and get some paperwork done while I am eating my dinner. And then once I finish my paperwork, that's usually when I end up going home. That's why I'm usually there till like 6 o'clock or so, because there is stuff I have to get done before I can go home. Otherwise, we're not productive. So I have had this same meal for my late lunch the entire week. I made it the first night and it was so good that I have had it every single time. The feta sauce ended up turning out great. I thought it was going to be not so great warmed up, and it is. It's still creamy. It still has tons of flavor. The chunks of tomatoes, they're okay. The bigger chunks have been a little bit harder for me texture-wise, or just even gross factor-wise to eat. So next time, if I'm using regular tomato, I'll probably dice it up smaller, or make sure all the pieces are small, because there were some big chunks in it. Other than that, it's been absolutely amazing sauce to rewarm up. It rewarms up great, and it tasted good all tossed together with the chicken, the rice, and the greens mix. So that is what I've had for the last couple of days for my late lunch slash dinner, and it's really good. My last meal is dinner, which I usually have about 8:30, and I don't usually eat again after that. If I am hungry, I try to keep it small, like a handful of nuts or an apple or something like that. There is on occasion that I am really hungry and I'll have a piece of toast with some peanut butter, but I have started eating a piece of toast or some kind of carb with my dinner. And since I'm eating so late, there's a carb before I go to bed, so it is sustaining me through the night. And I wake up in the morning and I'm not hungry, and I just drink my water like I normally do, and then have my protein shake around 10:30. So in the nights that I'm not having a piece of toast or a carb with my dinner, I am hungry before I go to bed, and I usually have to have some kind of snack. And it's typically the bread with the peanut butter, because that's what I end up craving. And I've always been more hungry in the evening, so when I plan my meals, I plan them to be heavier in the evening when I am most hungry. I tried doing it where I spaced it out evenly throughout the day, and I just ended up cheating every night because I was so hungry at night. So during the day, I'm not really that hungry, so I will have the shake, and then I will have the snack, and then later around the 4:30 is when I'm having my late lunch dinner, and then I have my actual dinner later at like 8:30, and it is what works best for me. And I would say when you are your most hungriest, that's kind of when you need to plan your meals around. So if you are extremely hungry in the morning, pack most of your calories in the morning and then taper them off towards the end of the evening and see if that works better for you. And this was what works for me. It might not work for everybody, but it has not affected my weight loss eating at night with most of my carbs. I go to bed usually about an hour, hour and a half after I eat, and then I'm not hungry again until 12, 13 hours later. So it's what works best for my body and when I am most hungry. And I just made the Italian sausage in the feta sauce, and not as much as I had used earlier, like maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of the sauce with 1 piece of Italian sausage, just enough to coat it and warm it up in the pan, and then 2 fried eggs or scrambled. I did fried eggs all this week, and then my piece of toast, and it's very filling, and it's good. The Italian sausage was very good in the feta sauce, and it went nice with my egg because it was creamy, like the egg was creamy, so it worked well, and it was delicious, and I had that all week long as well for dinner. Okay guys, that wraps it up. That is what I eat in a day, and it's pretty much the same thing every day. I meal prep and then portion it out throughout the week. I might get something from the store if I get really bored with it, but typically I don't do that. I don't like wasting the food that I meal prep. So I do try to stick with what I've made, and if there's something I didn't like, so like if I hadn't have liked the feta sauce, I would have made something else and prepped it for the week. So I might have just grabbed some marinara sauce and threw a whole bunch of veggies in it and had that with the chicken or the sausage throughout the week. But the feta sauce turned out good. I have not eaten the egg bites yet. I really need to see if I like them. So I guess I will maybe try them tomorrow. And I'll let you know how they taste in the meal prep on whether or not we're going to end up making them again. But I pretty much eat the same thing every day for, you know, the entire week. And then I change it up the next meal prep so that I get variety. But eating the same thing, it's easier for me to make a grain in bulk, a meat in bulk, and give myself two options on the protein, and then like make a sauce and have two different kinds of vegetables that I could eat throughout the week. So the mixed greens or the organic 5 or whatever I choose for that week. It's just easier. And the same thing with fruit. Pick 2 fruits. I normally would do apples and oranges this time of year, but you know, my grandson decided to play baseball with my oranges, so I ran to the store today and just picked up some pineapples. So I had some fruit because I do not have enough apples to last me throughout the whole entire week because I was subbing between apples and oranges. But I typically eat the same thing all week, and I might have the sausage instead of the chicken, but the combination that I made with the chicken was really good, so I probably won't mess with it, and then we'll continue to eat just as I have eaten all week.